Teaching at Davidson College is one of the joys of my life. The students at this college are extraordinarily bright and committed to learning in every way that I can imagine. And the opportunity to work with these kids is an extraordinary opportunity in my life, certainly.
And I think what Davidson really cultivated in me was a deep sense of curiosity, both about the world and myself.
The education that I received at Davidson was about the education of the whole person. It was also about thinking, who are you going to be in the world and what kind of difference are you going to make?
I think one of the most important things I learned at Davidson was to keep my mind open to find where the truth is.
Davidson gave me the confidence to chart my own path.
And the professors that we had at Davidson were experts in what they knew. They wrote books about it. And here they are sitting in a classroom or on the lawn when the weather is good, just talking with you about what they know. And anyone that is mature enough to appreciate what's going on there realizes this is an absolute privilege.
I think Davidson is a very distinctive place for students because of the extent to which they're able to collaborate with faculty, to be mentored, to be encouraged in cross-disciplinary and transdisciplinary thinking.
My Davidson experience has taught me that what we learn here is not that we're good at one thing and we have to do that one thing. It prepares you to ask questions about who you are and how that fits in the world.
One of the biggest concerns for me as one of 12 children was how I was going to afford college. And with the Davidson Trust, just totally opened up the door for me.
Because Davidson is so interdisciplinary, I've had exposure to so many different fields, and that has really helped me expand what I originally wanted to do.
What Davidson has done as far as instilling in me the tools, both as a citizen but also as an intellectual, has really set me with a mentality that I can make a difference no matter what.
And if anything, there was an inherent expectation at Davidson that graduates would go forth and focus on the greater good and service to others.
Davidson empowers its students to be able to both seek change but also take it upon themselves and be accountable to that change. I've been able to take that lesson and apply it to the advocacy I do in the disability community.
I think that one of the things that's really special about Davidson is this notion that everybody who's a part of Davidson, the spirit of Davidson, is really leaving things better than you found them.
I direct the Children's Rights Division at Human Rights Watch. Davidson was an excellent preparation for the work that I'm doing now. Not just the skills of writing, of rigorous thinking, but that sense of right and wrong.
The professors at Davidson who sparked that interest in me, I was able to translate that into a new way of treating leukemia that to date seems to be really one of the more promising new approaches, that the potential of which we've just scratched the surface.
I think Davidson did a really incredible job of making sure that who I was wasn't just defined by what I did on the soccer field, not even defined just by what I did in the classroom, but what does it mean to figure out who you are, what you care about.
I really want my students to create disproportionate impact for good in the world by taking the critical thinking skills, the intellectual inquiry, and the passion for social justice out into the communities they serve.
So as I think about my career in public education, I've had huge success, was recognized as the National Principal of the Year, traveled to meet the President in the Oval Office, but at the end of the day, the thing that I'm most proud of is my Davidson diploma.
And I remember very distinctly that my dad, who was very similar to myself, every time he would drop me off at Davidson, he would look to me as he drove away, he goes, "I am so jealous."
Davidson students have taught me that our nation and the planet are in great hands. These students, with their compassion, their keen intellect, and their work ethic, gives me great confidence that the future is going to be a bright one. So what they've given me is an education and faith in the future.
Advocates, artists, civic leaders, entrepreneurs, researchers, educators, redefining the status quo as we seek to improve our world. Game changers, inspiring leaders to transform the world.